Okay, this is TNR belly skip. There's a wraith here. On legendary you have to nade it, wait, 6 times and it'll blow up, or you can nade it 5 times and shoot it just a little bit. On easy it goes down by just 2 grenades and shooting just a little bit. Keep that in mind, it's different for the different difficulties. So this tutorial is mainly on legendary, I suppose, but the platforming part and the teleporting part are the same for both difficulties, I think. But I think that if you blow up the wraith with a nade, it's different compared to if you blow it up with a plasma pistol. But I think that's the only part that really is different. But even that is almost the exact same, I think. So you load into the belly. I aim about here. You wanna just get the nades under the wraith, like really under the wraith. Make sure that they really go under the wraith. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the 6th nade I throw right about there in front of the wraith, because if I threw it under the wraith, I would take damage from the nade as I line up for the wing. So I'll just show how to get inside the wing right now. So plasma, frag, Johnson, plasma, frag, plasma, frag, frag, plasma, and then I crouch and stand there, and that's how you get inside the wing. So real quick I'll show the spot where I'm standing. This little dot here, and I pretty much aligned like this. I don't really know how accurate this is, but I feel like this works every time if I align like this. I'm crouching and I'm just standing here, and as soon as the wraith blows up I start holding W. So I'll get inside the wing now. Plasma, frag, plasma, frag, frag, plasma, crouch here, hold W. Now I look around here and I wanna press A. Hold A for just a little bit and you teleport inside the wraith like right here. And now there is this corner here, and I just aim at the corner basically. And this next input is extremely important because you have exactly 1 tick to press this key. If you press it any longer you fuck it up. So you basically have to press the key as little as you can while you actually still press the key. So you aim there and just tap to the right. I know it's really confusing that I'm actually going to the left even though I'm pressing right, like this, but you have to press right. I'll show what happens if we press it for too long. That's what happens if you press it too long, and you end up in the wrong position, in the wrong spot if you press it too long like this. So tap. And then you want to look at the corner again. And what I'll show my key like bindings. So look down. You want to bind a key to look down, because for me it's Alt. Because if I look down like this, I'll never be able to keep the same angle if I drag it down with the mouse, because the angle is extremely important. which means that you want to put your reticle here, and then if you press down the key on your keyboard, it will simply look down, and it will only look down and not to the sides at all. So that's important. And when you get to this spot, I'll show this spot. So it's right here. If you zoom in, it should look like this. And now you just wanna hold space and hold S. And this might not work. Okay, it did work there. But the thing is, that's not gonna work every time. But the thing that's nice about this trick is that you can get a checkpoint if you do all of this fast enough.
Yes, sir.
At least on Legendary, I'm not sure about Easy, but if you do all this fast enough, I'll show you.
We're in.
You can get a checkpoint right before.
No covenant defense.
I kinda fucked up there a little bit.
No covenant here. Think maybe nobody's home.
You can get a checkpoint right here. And if this fails, see it failed, that's completely fine. Then you just wanna tilt your view a super tiny bit, and now it works. You can try tilting your view to the right or to the left. I usually tilt to the left by... no, that much. You won't even be able to really see that. I turned very slightly. Just turn like very slightly, and then try again. And if it still doesn't work, you can try turning maybe just a little bit more, or turn to the other way, turn right if you were turning left beforehand. Yeah, looks like this right now. When I'm in this spot, turning to the left very slightly is gonna give me consistent results. So getting the checkpoint is the biggest, most important thing for this lineup in my opinion, because that just allows you to revert, try again without losing basically any time. And then landing, so you can do this in a few different ways, but I think that landing on top of this beam here is kinda tough. So you can land on this, but what I do is I land on top of this. The problem with landing on this is that this is 1 pixel wide, like literally 1 pixel wide. So landing on this is really hard. But immediately after you teleport, you can start holding to the right, like this, and then crouch and you'll land on top of the pillar. You'll have to start holding right immediately after you teleport, otherwise it's not early enough. You'll have to get down the muscle memory for it. And that's basically the teleport part. I don't know if there's anything else I should say about the teleport part. I should mention that the checkpoint that you get here is dependent on the lines of dialogue that are going on. Like, you always get the checkpoint after there's a Marine who says something like, oh, I don't remember, but there's a specific Marine line, and after that line you get the checkpoint. So if there's some other lines of dialogue interfering, like it can take longer for you to get the checkpoint, so you want to keep that in mind. There are ways to kinda manipulate the dialogue, but I'm not gonna go over that right now. Yeah, I'm gonna go over the platforming part. So you land here. I look, there's like this dot kinda on the wall. I look basically at that and just crouch and hold forward, and you land on the 1 pixel wide beam. And then you just wanna look forward, run. So you wanna drop down on this hallway. The problem is when you land on this, you won't be able to see it. Oops, okay, I'll do that again. You wanna turn to the right to land on this. And then I run backwards. So the basic idea here is that you wanna use the textures from this room as a way to know where you are. Because when you're out of bounds, see, like, this is the only room that is loaded. That has textures loaded. So you have to kind of use this room's textures as a way to know where you are going. So here, when you land here, you just wanna, I usually jump once. And then there's a corner here. To the left. There's a corner here, if you look at my key inputs. That you wanna get into this corner. Then you aim at this box like this. And jump to the left like this. Once, twice. And then you land into another corner that's here. Then you put your reticle. Your left side of the reticle is touching this blue line here. And then again. Like you have to really make sure that you are in these corners properly before you continue the platforming part. So when you're in the corners, just keep holding left and just keep jumping. And I think it's like 4 jumps, 3 or 4 jumps, you'll end up in this corner again. There's another corner here. You wanna press like backwards to really land in the corner. And I'm not moving my mouse at all here. Wait. This jump is kinda tricky. You can overshoot this jump if you press to the left for too long. So you wanna press backwards, left, and jump at the same time. But you wanna let go of left. Like, before you land the jump, otherwise you're gonna overshoot the jump, so like this. And then what I do is I jump again. I keep holding backwards, and then I look to the left here like this to make sure I land into another corner again. Like, getting stuck in these corners, like, see, I'm stuck in this corner. Getting stuck in these corners is the best way of knowing where you are on the map. So I'm stuck in a corner. That's good. And then you wanna aim around this general area, about here. I usually just aim at this stripe that's here. Then jump backwards, and then jump again, almost immediately, but not immediately. And you should land on top of another hallway. And now you can run backwards here until you reach another corner. Then there's this kind of stripe going diagonally. And I look at that. Then I wanna press, oh, nice checkpoint, by the way. You can get a checkpoint here sometimes, which is nice. Then you wanna jump backwards, you land on a wall. And then this is a tricky part. After you're on top of this wall, you wanna jump to the right. You wanna start strafing to the right and jump immediately. And then you wanna, after you get past this corner, like after your reticle gets past this corner, you wanna start holding to the left. So I'll show you what that should look like. Like this. That can be kind of tricky to get right. You can find your own way of doing this, but I've gotten this method down pretty well. And now I'm stuck in another corner. If I just keep holding left, I'm stuck in another corner. And then you just look at this pillar, like right in the middle, and hold backwards and jump, and you will land here. And that's the entire trick.